Jesus taught us to love ourselves and our families through various parables, sermons, and interactions with people during his ministry. One of the most significant teachings of Jesus is the importance of self-love as a foundation for loving others. In the Gospel of Mark, Jesus is asked about the greatest commandment, and he replies, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength. Love your neighbor as yourself." Mark 12:30-31. The phrase "as yourself" is crucial, as it implies that we cannot truly love others unless we first learn to love and accept ourselves. Jesus' teaching on self-love is not about selfishness or narcissism, but about recognizing our own worth and dignity as children of God. He wants us to understand that we are valuable and deserving of love, not because of our achievements or possessions, but because of who we are as human beings. When we learn to love and accept ourselves, we become more confident, secure, and compassionate towards others. We are able to extend the same love, kindness, and forgiveness to our family members and others that we extend to ourselves. In the Gospel of Luke, Jesus tells the parable of the prodigal son, which illustrates the unconditional love and acceptance of God towards us. The parable is about a father who welcomes back his wayward son with open arms, despite the son's mistakes and failures. The father's love is not based on the son's behavior, but on the fact that he is his son. Similarly, Jesus teaches us that God's love is not based on our performance or achievements, but on the fact that we are his children. When we understand and experience this kind of love, we are able to extend it to our family members, even when they disappoint or hurt us. Jesus also taught us to love our families by prioritizing relationships and community. In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus says, "Whoever does the will of my Father in heaven is my brother and sister and mother." Matthew 12:50. Here, Jesus is emphasizing the importance of spiritual family and community. He is saying that our relationships with each other are just as important as our relationships with our biological families. When we prioritize our relationships with our family members and community, we build strong bonds and support systems that help us navigate life's challenges. In addition, Jesus taught us to love our families by serving and sacrificing for them. In the Gospel of John, Jesus says, "Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends." John 15:13. Here, Jesus is illustrating the selfless love that he demonstrated through his own life and death. He is calling us to follow his example by serving and sacrificing for our family members and others. When we put the needs of our family members before our own, we demonstrate our love and commitment to them. Finally, Jesus taught us to love our families by forgiving and reconciling with them. In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus teaches us to forgive others 70 times 7, Matthew 18:22, implying that forgiveness is a continuous process. He also teaches us to reconcile with our family members and others, even when it is difficult or painful. In the Gospel of Luke, Jesus says, "If your brother or sister sins against you, rebuke them, and if they repent, forgive them." Luke 17:3. Here, Jesus is emphasizing the importance of reconciliation and restoration in our relationships. In conclusion, Jesus taught us to love ourselves and our families through various parables, sermons, and interactions with people during his ministry. He emphasized the importance of self-love, prioritizing relationships and community, serving and sacrificing for others, and forgiving and reconciling with them. By following Jesus' teachings, we can build strong, loving relationships with our family members and others, and demonstrate our love and commitment to them. As we learn to love and accept ourselves, we become more confident, secure, and compassionate towards others, and we are able to extend the same love, kindness, and forgiveness to our family members and others that we extend to ourselves.